Hey everyone, today I want to talk about a journey map. A journey map is an important part of a product manager's craft. A journey map matters because a journey map will help you visualize how a user moves through an experience step by step. For example, if there is an e-commerce buyer, then the e-commerce buyer could come to a website, they could log in, they could search for their product and buy the product, put it in the shopping cart, buy it, in a checkout and buy and maybe answer a survey, things like that. So it is it represents the mental model of the product manager, of how the product manager visualizes the experience of the user without getting into the nitty gritty of a user experience mock, or without getting into too many details of a very detailed journey map. So I came up with a format that is simple enough for product managers to convey the journey map clearly, but it is also detailed enough um, that it communicates everything. It's simple enough to create and detailed enough to communicate the idea. And I wanted this to be presentable using a slide, or you can take this and put this in your concept story or um, your product definition document and so on. While it was possible to create a product definition document using an AI agent, which I built that almost a year and a half back, and now hundreds of PDDs have been created using that agent. Creating the journey map was always a challenge because the AI tools, the LLMs, were not very good at creating infographics like this. Um, with the release of Nano Banana, that which is a Gemini model, that has changed. So I created an AI agent, a gem in Gemini that can automatically create a journey map for you based on your text, your inputs, and your inputs can be in text. So journey map input format for one step. For example, you have to describe that I have 5 steps in my journey map. The step title is this. It's usually a short, clear headline describing what happens in that particular step. For example, welcome and patient identification. If this is a journey map for an appointment creation journey for a patient, and then the action is the patient, Carly, is welcomed by the virtual, say, agent or virtual assistant. She informs the and Carly informs that the appointment is not for her, and fills the form for her daughter Lily. Things like that. Just you can explain it clearly, and that is it. Once you explain that, um, and then you have to do this for all your 4 5 steps, and then you can use this gem, which is an AI agent, to go ahead and create your journey map. And you should be able to edit the journey map and make some minor tweaks using prompts as well. Let me show you a couple of examples of where you can use this journey map. For example, you can use it in the product definition document, in your product definition documents. Um, One of the things that product managers struggled with is not everyone has a visual design background, so they struggle with it. So I said you can just create even a hand-drawn diagram. But now AI tools have reached a point where you don't have to do a hand-drawn diagram. You can actually create a uh, pretty high fidelity user journey map. Another place you can put that is in your concept story. If you're writing a concept story, it can go in your concept story. So let's look at how the Gemini gem works. So I wrote a journey map for a e-commerce retail journey map, retail industry journey map, and this is the prompt. So create another journey map, or create a journey map based on this text. Review the journey map and tell me if you understand it first. Um, I don't have to actually say that. So let me just say use this. The journey has 5 steps. Um, it's all the important moments of this user Jordan's interaction with the virtual agent for the story. First step is welcome and customer identification, shopping intent discovery is the second step, product recommendation is the third step, availability is the fourth step, and order confirmation and follow up is the first step. So I'm going to copy this and then use this in this gem. So I'm just calling it Journey Map Builder. This is free and available for anyone to use. There's no cost associated with it for you. Let's see how it works. Should take less than a minute to create the journey map. So this is a custom. This is a custom gem or like a custom GPT in OpenAI. So now I can prompt it. I'll just say create the image. So it's loading the Nano Banana Pro model, and it will create the image. And once you create the image, I was able to. I have trained this gem in the format and what it should create and so on. But once it creates the image, I was able to edit the image, saying change use these colors, say use purple and gray or green, and modify it a little bit. So as you can see, it's a very, very clear infographic explaining explaining the user journey map that you created. Something like this would take a lot of time for a visual designer, and if a product manager doesn't have the visual design skills, it'll take them a lot of time to do this. Whereas now you can do this via you're using an AI tool, and I built it for you. It's free for you to use. I hope that helps.